Let's bring in ABC News contributor and epidemiologist John Brownstein for more on this. John, how surprised were you when you heard that a child died from measles in the United States?
Yeah, well, Diane, unfortunately, this is not unexpected. We have over 120 cases now in West Texas. The more cases you have, the more likelihood you're going to have of severe complications, especially among those that are unvaccinated. We have to remember that measles is not a mild illness. It can be deadly. 1 in 5 infected individuals require hospitalization, complications like pneumonia and encephalitis. And unfortunately, as we just heard in your piece, this is a preventable tragedy. This child was unvaccinated, and we know that 2 doses give you that incredible protection. And so with cases rising, we have to act now to prevent further hospitalizations and deaths.
Now, the measles were eliminated from the U.S. in 2000, which meant there was no continuous spread of the virus for more than a year. So how are we back here? 124 people now? Is that the latest number contaminated? Contaminated, I should say. Have contracted this in West Texas?
Unfortunately, Diane, it's really mind-boggling. We did eliminate it, but it doesn't mean that the virus is gone forever. It means that there's no sustained transmission. We know that there are other places around the globe that have measles that is endemic, and that is travelers moving the virus in. And when you have a vulnerable population, and in this case, communities that are under vaccinated below that threshold of 95%, you're going to create risk. And because of this continued increase in vaccine exemptions that we've seen doubled over the last decade, we have many communities that are at risk. And this is why now, while we had this elimination in 2000, we are having measles running rampant in this country and with no signs of slowing down, unfortunately.
And Texas health officials have confirmed, again, more than 120 cases in this West Texas outbreak. Now, Kentucky officials are looking at that state's first case in 2 years, confirming that they have their own. So how concerned are you about this spreading beyond just this outbreak?
Well, I'm very concerned. Measles is incredibly contagious. It can linger in a room even after someone has left. We know that it's one of the most infectious viruses that we have, that we know about and have studied. And low vaccination rates are not just a problem in Texas. They're a problem across the country, coast to coast. We know there are communities that are below the threshold of 95% of people being vaccinated. And we have that concept of herd immunity, like we spoke about many times during COVID. When you don't have enough of the population immunized, that creates a baseline risk to everyone, especially those who are unvaccinated, but even those that are vaccinated as well. And this is a problem that we're going to have to deal with at a national scale.
So what can people do to prevent getting the measles right now?
Well, of course, the answer is simple. We have a safe and effective vaccine that's been around for 50 years, that MMR vaccine that provides 97% lifetime immunity. That is what you need to do. You need to check your vaccination status. If you're unsure, talk to your doctor. And of course, additional public health messaging is needed. People need to understand the safety, but also the importance of getting your community vaccinated. And this is what we have to do now, is just make sure that our communities are vaccinated and protected against this critical and impactful virus.
All right, ABC News medical contributor John Brownstein, thank you.